Hi, thanks for renting the tent trailer. Just to give you a quick video of how to set it up. So the lock itself, the key's broken off in the lock, but it pulls out and unlocks that way. Close the door that way. Inside you'll find, this is all the setup stuff you need. So the first thing you do is you level out the trailer front to back that way, and then you use the actual crank on the tongue to get yourself level that way. And then to get yourself level this way, you can use this bottle jack, and there's bricks and other blocking that you either go on the axle on this side or you go on the other side of the trailer, just depending which way you need to go. I won't do that now because it's pretty level. Next thing you do is you take, there's 4 wooden blocks, and then you can put each one under a corner of the trailer. And you'll see here, there's stabilizer jacks on each corner, and you just drop them this way. And just to keep yourself from like twisting the frame as you lift it up, you just crank until you feel a bit of resistance. So about there. And the stabilizer jacks make it, you can't really sleep in this thing if you don't have them in place. It'll move it around so too much. There you go. Over on this side. So I'll set the whole trailer up, and then I'll give you a quick walk through the inside of the trailer. We left some of the supplies inside it. Okay, so that's that part. Then you can unhook the main part of the trailer. There's a hook on each corner. And your main crank for the whole trailer is here at the back. The main thing is don't lose this thing. That slides on. There's a little pin in the top that you just kind of try to, this thing goes around to lock in. And then you just crank it up. If it slips out, that's all it did. You just push it back in. Usually takes about 60 turns to get it up. If you feel a lot of resistance, just double check that you unhooked it. That's the only way you can really break one of these. If you try to crank it and it's still attached. But it should move about this easily. So when you feel it at the end, I always back it off about half a turn, just so it keeps a bit less tension on the cables themselves. Once you've got it up, you can pull the first one out. This is the smaller of the 2 beds. The big thing to remember is to do these braces, especially if there's kids. As soon as they get inside, they like to jump on the beds. And if these braces aren't in place, but for this one, there's just the two legs attached to the bumper. once you're at this point, just take the edge of the cover and then just kind of put it. Don't make it super tight because you still want to be able to push that up on the inside. Go around to the other side and pull out the big bed. I think this is a king size bed, dear.
Yeah, I think so.
This is much larger, so it is heavy to pull out, but we added the mattress topper. Makes it pretty nice sleep. This one, the legs are different. So I usually just use my back, and right by the chains, there's the pins to hold it up. This is a good area to store stuff underneath once it's all set up. And same as the other one, you just kind of attach it. Now you get those two ends in place, we can go inside the trailer. So you won't need the level again. So just try not to drive away with the level. That's our third level. Sometimes we've forgotten the level on wherever we level and then just drive away. The boot tray stays. That's your wrench if you actually need to switch one of the tires. The spares in the back, and these two I just inflated to 50 psi. Okay, so come on in. So you can feel how, with the corners in, how stable it is. This is the smaller of the two beds. So underneath the mattresses is another pole. And this pole attaches right in here. Then you slowly push open, and that's what holds up that end. And then likewise, if you turn over here, this is your, the sink is here. We've got a water pump connected. I don't know if you want to run water or not in here, but this all runs. This is the cover for the sink. We only ever really use the sink for like we're really boondock camping. If you're just sleeping in it, so underneath this bed is another bowl. Oh, sorry, camera person. And likewise, like the other side. Push there. Now both ends are like waterproof for like occasional showers. If it's gonna rain, just we put these tarps over each side, and you just tuck them underneath the plastic shell on the outside, and it keeps the rain from actually coming in. Okay, that's done. That's done. The last step from the inside is the door. So the door is your safety mechanism as well, in case the cables break and the roof starts coming down. This door it's a solid door, so it would stop it if it were to fall down. That's never happened to us, but you sometimes hear it. So one of the reasons you back off half a turn when you put this up is to leave enough flex for the door itself. So it just clips in that way, and then your Velcro just goes in along here. And then likewise on this side. And that's pretty much your setup on the inside. Okay, so I showed you where the sink was. This packs up as the bed, but once you get in place, this becomes like your bench. So I'll show you what's underneath first. So this is the water side. These two are just for gray water, so don't put any fresh water in them. That's the freshwater tank. This white hose can connect to the outside faucet to fill up, or to another faucet. And then to make your bench, you just do this. And that sits like that. On this side, which you will have to, this is like the electrical side, and there's a battery barbecue in here that's gas as well. This is a big extension cord, and that's the port to plug the trailer into something else. But that's quite a long extension cord. So, and there's an adapter if you go to a trailer park. It has a 30 amp. You can connect it to switch it to 110. Bench goes there, and this is the table itself. So if you look under here, if you're down on the Bay of Fundy camping, you might actually need to use the heater, but this is the thermostat that's got a cord attached to it, so it'll pull out. Otherwise, having it down at the floor, it doesn't keep the temperature regulated to where you're actually sleeping. This is the table. And to stand it up, and you just slide it into place there. So that is pretty much the setup. There's a kind of a bench here. This drawer, I've got the registration and trailer stuff in it. Underneath, just open space you can use for storage. I'll leave the water can for fresh water if you want it. This side here is your cleaning stuff. So your dish washing paraphernalia. Fridge here, it's cleaned out. I left the bar Irish Springs in there. This is the heater itself. Once you turn on the gas, like the propane itself, that'll work with the thermostat, and it's all automatic. Over here, top drawers, kitchen, like cooking utensils. Bottom drawer is just empty. And then this side, just some odd stuff that came in handy over the years. So we got a hot plate, some computer speakers for music, bigger pots, some wrenches and stuff, paper towel, that kind of stuff. So that's the inside. I don't think I'm missing anything, am I, dear?
I don't think so.
And if you come outside, sorry, there's a step here that pops out. There. And around the outside, you get your 110 plugs. You got 2 propane bottles, one's full, one's still got a bit left in it.
How do those work? Because if I was doing it, I wouldn't have a clue.
You just
You just
the
open
one
them,
that's attached, you just open up.
and it automatically turns it on inside.
Sort of. That's an excellent question.
See?
Okay, come over this side. This is your cold water in. If you just want to run the hose itself, and that faucet we put in, if you turn it all the way to the hot, that's one way of water, and then cold's the other way. It's not 2 different temperatures. But that's fresh water in. This is the back of the fridge. So when you're plugged in, you can either run this on gas, battery, or AC. I leave it on AC because running this off gas is a bit finicky. It's only really advanced camping if you want to do that. But by opening up the propane and running the system on AC, it'll make the heater automatic.
See, that's what a girl needs to know.
There you go.
Yeah.
This is the back of your heater itself. This is like potable water that's not connected to a hose. You fill this from whatever, and that'll fill that cold water container. The only thing about it is you don't want to drive with that thing full of water because that's adding a lot of weight to the trailer. And underneath is the valve to actually drain that water tank if you need to use it. Your gray water comes out on this corner. That's what that.
See, it says drain.
That's what the green hose in the bench. You screw it into there to dump your gray water. And the last thing to show you is this plug here. Is that this is where your electrical is. But that the black cable is only 15 feet long, so there's another extension cord to give you some more length. And that is pretty much it to set it up. I think covered everything. How long is the video?
15.
Good. All right, we'll make another video about how to tear it down.